Welcome to City Yoga. My name is Luke. This will be a 50-minute all levels yoga flow. We're going to go ahead and begin in pose of a child. So just send your knees, send your hips towards the back of your mat. And slide the big toes together, widen the knees. Just slowly sink back into your child's pose. Draw the belly back in between the thighs. And just allowing your forehead and elbows to melt on the mat. And just start to channel your breath in and out through the nostrils. Take a nice deep breath in. As you're breathing in, try to draw the shoulders back a little bit more. And then breathing out through the nose. Feel the belly engage. Just continue to deepen your breath coming in. And lengthen your breath going out. In and out through the nostrils. And then keeping the belly back between the thighs. Allow your arms to extend further forward, so much so that your wrists and elbows are off the mat. Spread your fingers, start to press the palms down. Just gently rock your ribcage side to side. As you come back to stillness, begin to transition up to your hands and knees. We'll keep the knees wide, walk the hands slightly forward to the shoulders, and just slowly send your hips back towards the right heel. Extend the arms nice and long. And we're going to circle over to the left, shifting forward towards your left wrist. Pausing here. Shift back towards that left heel. And circling forward towards that right wrist. Soften the shoulders away from the ears. Try to shine the chest forward. Inhale here. As you exhale, sink back towards that right heel. Gliding around, shifting forward. Take another big inhale. Soften the shoulders back. And on the exhale, sink back towards that left heel. And slowly come forward. We're going to pause here. Slide the hands under the shoulders and draw the knees in so they're now underneath your hips. Lowering the belly as you breathe in. And then rounding through the back as you breathe out. And again, inhale, lower the belly. Exhale, round. Twice more, breathing in. Breathing out. And coming back to neutral positions. Extend the right foot back and push back into the right heel. So beginning with that right foot grounded, we're just going to try to lengthen through the back of the leg. But claw the mat with your fingers and press through the palms to stretch through the back of that right leg. And glide forward, bring your shoulders over the wrists. Float the right leg, curl the toes in, and then gaze down. You're going to draw the left hand forward. Think about spreading your fingers, spreading your toes, engaging the belly, and softening our shoulders. Just let your inner thighs move in towards each other. Take one more big breath in. Breathe through the nose. And as you breathe out, just come undone. Release back to your hands and knees. Step your left foot back, push back into that left heel. Lengthen through the arms. Ground through the finger pads. And then begin to shift forward, floating the left leg, curling the toes in. You're going to gaze down and soften the shoulders. As you square the hips, let your right hand extend out in front of you. Pressing through that left shoulder down into your mat, keeping the belly engaged. Lengthen just a little bit more on your next inhale. And on the exhale, come undone, transitioning back to your hands and knees. Let's go ahead and tuck the toes, lower the belly, shine the chest forward, then untuck the toes. Move on to the fingertips and round the back. And drawing the belly in, tucking the tail. Release the hands down, lower the belly as you breathe in. Peel the shoulders away from the ears, and then tuck the toes, round the back as you breathe out. Come back into a neutral position, untuck the toes, keep the knees parallel and the feet separated, and just sink back into your child's pose. This time, cupcake the fingers on your mat, down the armpits inward, bowing the head. We're going to glide forward again, plant the hands under the shoulders. This time, tuck your toes and press back into your down dog. So hips up towards the ceiling. Keep the arms nice and long. And gaze towards the feet and try to bring your ears inside the shoulders. And start to pedal the feet out here. And gradually come back to stillness again. Lower the knees back down. Tuck the toes and just walk the hands back so that you're standing on your knees. You're going to keep the hips on the knees. Draw the shoulders down into your back body. Engage the belly. Release the hands alongside the body. As you inhale, press up. Take your arms overhead. Bring the palms together. On the exhale, sink back down and draw the belly in. Again, inhale, reaching up. Bringing the hands together. Exhale, lower back down. On your next inhale, take your left wrist, pausing at the top, soften the shoulders, and then fold over to the right side. Inhale, switch wrists, take your right, fold over to the left. And just come back to the center, hook the thumbs together, and spread the fingers. Try to push your shoulders down, lift the heart up, suck the belly in. Allow your hips to press forward. And then slowly lower back down, bringing the hips towards the heels. We're going to walk the hands out in front of us again. Lower the belly, tuck the toes, and then round. So you can press all the way back up into your down dog. Hips back up towards the ceiling. And this time we're going to walk the hands all the way back towards the feet. And just find yourselves in a gentle forward fold. So allow the crown of the head to hang towards the floor. Relax the shoulders. Keep the knees soft. Just let the head feel heavy. Maybe just start to shift the weight back and forth in from the toes and the balls of the feet back into the heels. So spread the toes, plant them into the mat as you shift forward. Raise the toes as you rock back to the heels. Slowly coming back to stillness. Gently nod the head yes. And shake the head no. And finally reach your arms around for your opposite elbows. Frame the ears inside the shoulders. Let the head hang. Gently swing your whole upper body side to side like a rag doll. And slowly coming back to stillness. We'll release the hands down. Take the palms to the shins. Shine the chest forward as you breathe in. Folding forward as you breathe out. And this time, gently in the hands back as you inhale, coming up to a flat back. Pull the shoulder blades together. Exhale, soften the knees and fall back down. And on your next inhale, extend the hands forward. Plug your shoulders back. And soften the knees and fold. We're going to pause here, make fists, and begin to roll our wrists. Roll the wrists in the opposite direction. And come back to stillness and slowly come up, taking your arms overhead. As you reach up, hook the thumbs together again, spread the fingers, draw the belly in, and press the shoulders down. You're going to push the hips forward, take a slight back bend, and then draw the hands to heart center. So once the hands are the heart, we're going to shift our weight into the left foot and pick up the right knee, bringing it in towards the chest. And then settling here, pull the shoulders back over the hips. Try to maintain a long spine. Ground through the left big toe and flex the right foot. And just slowly draw it out to the side. Get openness through that right hip. And bring it back to the center and set it down. We're going to reach up as we breathe in. Draw the hands to the heart as you breathe out. And this time bringing the weight into that right side. Pressing down into your right big toe. Bring the left knee up towards the chest. Peel the shoulders down and back, flex the left foot. So really ground through the right big toe for balance, and then draw the left knee out. Holding for 3, 2, 1. Draw it back to the center, set the left foot down. On your next inhale, take your left wrist again. We're going to pause and just let your right hand slide down below the left elbow. Engage your belly, soften the shoulders, anchor the feet, especially in that left heel, and fold over to the right side. Spiraling the left rib cage up towards the ceiling. Shooting the fingers on that left hand. And then eventually we're going to let that right hand slide down. We're going to soften that left elbow. See if we can draw the left rib cage more towards the ceiling. And then come back to a neutral position. That right arm still reaches down. And we're going to draw the left ear towards the left shoulder. Soften the shoulders down. Draw the hands, fingers to the back of the head. Bring that chin towards the left armpit. And then come undone. Reaching up again. This time take your right wrist with your left hand. Slide it down below the elbows. Draw the shoulders down as you engage the belly, and then fold over to the left side, grounding through that right heel. Spiral the right rib cage back, that left rib cage upward. Release the left hand, soften the right elbow. We're going to upright the torso and bring the right ear towards the right shoulder. Roll the left shoulder down, extending the fingertips down towards your mat. Take a big breath in. As you breathe out, move the hands to the back of the head. Draw the chin towards your right armpit. And then slowly come undone. We'll interlace the fingers behind the back here. And just slowly begin to draw the shoulder blades together. Kiss the palms together and draw the heart up. Suck in the belly, hinge at the waist. Begin to soften the knees as you fold forward. Soften the elbows if you need to. Let the crown of the head hang. Take your arms overhead. Bring your hands to your low back. And release the hands all the way down towards the mat. Take a half lift as you breathe in. Palms to your shins. Fold forward as you breathe out. We're going to flip the palms up towards the ceiling as we come up on the next inhale. Suck in the belly, push your hips forward, plug the shoulders down, and come back to heart center. I'm going to step in the right foot forward. We're going to soften into that right knee, pick up the left heel, and try to dial the thighs inwards so your hips are squared. Peel the shoulders back. And as you extend the arms back, slide the left leg behind you, curl the toes in, press the chest forward, and pause. Draw the hands to heart center. Keep that bend in that, micro bend in that right knee. As you come up to standing, see if you can draw the left knee rather, back up towards the chest. Flex the foot, retract the shoulders, and then slowly release the left foot down. We're going to step forward to the left foot. Soften the knee, hinge forward, float your back heel. Peel the shoulder blades together and engage the belly. As you extend the arms back, slide the right foot back as well. Maybe lifting it off the mat. Curl the toes in, square the hips. Allow those right toes to point down. So grounding through the left big toe. Bring your hands back to heart center and slowly come up, drawing that right knee up towards the chest. Flex the foot. Soften the shoulders, and then come undone. We're going to bring ourselves back to standing. And just come all the way towards the front of the mat. Take a big step back with the left foot. Allow the right toes to face forward. Allow both knees to be straightened. Extend the arms out in a T. Soften the shoulders. We're going to anchor the left heel and push the left hip back. And reaching the right arm forward. Take an inhale. On the exhale, come back. And then ground in the back heel. Inhale, reach forward, seeing if you can extend a little bit further out. Exhale, coming back. And one more time. Inhale, we're going to pause here. And on the exhale, we're going to let that right hand come down, the left fingers plug up into the ceiling. See if you can draw that left shoulder back a little bit more. Maybe take the left arm over the ear. And then inhale back up. Turn both feet towards the side, the left side. Take the arms overhead. Plug the shoulders down into the back body. Ground through the outer edges of your feet and goalpost the hands. So keep drawing the shoulders down. Bring the hands to heart center. Turn both heels inward. Fan the toes out. Retract the shoulders and sink low. Now reach back up as you inhale, arms overhead, spreading the fingers wide. Exhale, coming into our goddess pose. Goalpost the hands. Press back the shoulders. Tuck the tail and the belly and see if you can sink a little bit lower. Letting the knees open out towards the side like they're pressing against an imaginary wall. Sink a little bit lower and bring the hands to the heart. Shoulders over the hips. Anchor the feet. Inhale, come all the way up. On the exhale, draw the hands back to heart center. You're going to turn the right toes in and the left foot out, setting up for triangle, facing the back of the mat. Extend the arms, soften the shoulders. Shift your right hip back as you inhale, reaching forward. Exhale, coming back. Inhale, reach. And exhale and back. Once more, reaching as you inhale. On the exhale, we're going to find our triangle. Plug the right fingertips up into the ceiling. Soften the shoulders away from the ears. And just holding that triangle pose there. And then slowly come undone. So we're going to turn back towards the left side of the room. Interlace the fingers behind the back this time. Slowly begin to peel the shoulder blades together. Kiss the palms together if you can. Ground through the toes and engage through the belly. Allow your hips to press forward. Look up if it's okay with the neck. And then soften the knees and hinge forward. Hinge into the waist. And eventually folding forward. Letting the crown head fold towards the floor. Reaching the arms overhead or bringing your hands to your low back. Slide the hands down the outer edges of the legs. Take a half lift as you breathe in, folding as you breathe out. Again, inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, fold. Move the hands back to the waist. Inhale to a flat back. And just soften the knees and hold here as you exhale. Coming all the way back up to standing. I'm going to turn back to the front of the mat. Step the feet together. And just go ahead and bring the toes all the way together. The big toes are touching. I'm going to peel the shoulders down and back. Engage the belly. Just flip the palms up towards the ceiling, spreading the fingers nice and wide. Push the shoulders down, press the hips forward, and looking up only if it's okay with the neck. I'm going to bring the hands together, sink into your imaginary chair. So lower the hips by bending the knees, bring your hands to the heart, peel the shoulders away from the ears, try to lengthen through the neck. Tuck the tail, tuck the belly, bring the weight back into your heels. Extend the hands, spread the fingers. See if you can bring more of the chest towards the thighs. Look at the toes. Allow your fingers to shoot forward and your shoulders to pull back. Take a big breath in. I'm going to fold as you breathe out. Hands to the shins, breathing in. Folding as we breathe out. Allow the feet to separate away from each other. And this time, taking the feet wider than the hips. You're going to soften the knees a lot. Try to bring your two-piece fingers around the big toes or wherever you can reach. It might be the shins, the heels, the ankles. We're going to let the hips lower and the heart lift as we breathe in. Turn your elbows inward, push your shoulders back, and then fold through as you breathe out. Bend the elbows out as you straighten the legs and round through the back. And twice more. Half lift as you inhale, hips sink, the heart lifts. Exhale, fold. One more time. Dial the elbows in, sink the hips down, gaze forward. And then round the back, release the hands. Heel toe the feet closer together. We're going to flip the palms back up towards the ceiling, holding at the top, sucking the belly in. Press the hips forward. And take a nice slow lower down as you exhale, dragging the fingers down that imaginary wall until we come all the way down to your mat. Take a half lift as you breathe in. Step your left foot back as you breathe out. You're going to sink into a lunge here. So you peel the shoulders away from the ears. Lower the hips as the heart moves forward and up. Tap the left knee to the mat and then lengthen. And twice more. We're going to lower the knee. Lift, pressing back through that heel. Last time, lower that back knee and then lift. And then anchor your left foot, straightening that back knee. Draw your right elbow onto your right knee and press it forward. So you're going to peel the left rib cage upward and think about trying to draw that right rib cage upward as well. Extend the left hand up and reach it over your ear. Sink a little bit lower. And windmill up to warrior two. Sink into that right knee, gazing over the right hand. And inhaling here. On the exhale, both hands reach forward. Inhale, open back to warrior two. Exhale, extend the hands out in front of you. And one more time, breathing in and breathing out. We're going to hold, keep drawing the left arm forward and float the right arm back. Holding here for 3, 2, and on 1, anchor the right foot. Pick up your back heel, sink into your lunge. You're going to let that right arm reach back and that left arm reach forward, twisting to the right. You're going to bring the hands together overhead. As you hinge forward, slide the hands to the heart, peel the shoulder blades together, holding here for 3, 2, and on 1, release the hands down. Lower that left knee and just rock back to straighten through the right leg. So option here to curl the toes in, get an even deeper stretch. And shifting forward, we're going to come back into that lunge. Framing the right foot with our hands, tuck the back toes, pick up that back knee, stepping the feet together. Once again, soften the knees here. Keep the arms extended as you roll up one vertebra at a time, bringing the shoulders all the way up to your ears and then down into your back body. Once again, roll the shoulders up, release the shoulders down. One more time, breathing in and breathing out. Going to inhale the hands up towards the ceiling. On the exhale, folding forward. Inhale, take a half lift. On the exhale, that right foot steps back. We're going to lower the hips as you sink into our runner's lunge. Soften the shoulders back. Tap the right knee. Lengthen. Twice more lower. Lift. One more time, dropping the knee. As you raise the knee, push back through that heel. And anchor the right heel. Bring the left elbow to the knee. Extend the right arm to the ceiling. Peeling your shoulder back and reaching it over your ear. See if we can sink a little bit lower. Ground through the feet. Open the left knee. And both feet anchored, we're going to come back up to warrior two. Soften the shoulders and sink into that left knee. Take an inhale. On the exhale, both hands reach forward. Inhale, open back up. Exhale, reaching forward. Once more, breathing in and breathing out. That right arm keeps reaching forward and that left arm reaches back. So pulling the fingers, pulling the hands away from each other. Ground your left heel. Pick up your back heel and slowly come up into your water wheel. So you're going to maintain that lunge where the left arm reaches back, right arm reaches forward. Inhale the hands overhead. Exhale, draw the hands to heart center. Peel the shoulders back. Draw the belly in. And release the hands down, framing that left foot. Lower the back knee. And just shift back to lengthen your front leg. So we're going to curl the toes in if you want a deeper stretch. Just come back into that lunge. Slide your left foot back. Widen the knees. Bring the toes together. Coming down into your child's pose. Draw the forearms, elbows to the mat. Bring the fingertips together in a prayer position. And take the thumbs to the base of the neck, pointing the fingers up towards the ceiling. And extend the hands forward. Try to lengthen the arms towards the top of the mat, spreading the fingers. And gaze towards your wrists. Keep the big toes together. Keep the knees separated. Engage the belly. Clawing the mat with our fingers, we're going to glide forward, float the feet, bring the shoulders over the hips, then sink the hips towards the wrists, peeling the shoulders back. And drawing the belly and round back into your child's pose. And just once more, inhale, glide forward. Exhale, rounding back. And shift the knees closer together. Come forward, tucking the toes this time, and then pressing back into your down dog. So hips towards the ceiling. Raise the heels as you breathe in, pressing down as you breathe out. And twice more, inhale, lifting. Exhale, lower. And keeping the heels lifted this time, take a big breath in, start to engage the belly, soften the knees, and lengthen your hands, pressing the chest towards the thighs. You're going to release the heels down and just travel the feet all the way up to meet the hands. And then wrap the hands around the backs of the legs, fold forward, bow the head. Release the hands and just slowly ragdoll up to standing, keeping the chin tucked. Bring the shoulders up as you stand tall and then rolling the shoulders back down. We're going to bring the hands to the lower back here. Bring the shoulder blades and elbows inward. Draw the belly in. Ground through the feet. Pressing the hips forward. Just coming back to a neutral position. I'm going to do one standing balanced pose here. So if you're on the mat and you feel more secure to step off the mat onto your floor, onto your towel, onto the wood, so go ahead. It's a little bit less challenge off of the mat when we work with our balance. So you're going to ground through the left foot and then start to bend the right knee. And you want to take your hand around that right foot. If you can, bring the hand on the inside of the right foot so that we kind of open through the shoulder. But if that's difficult, just take the hand to the top of the right foot. You're going to lengthen the spine, standing tall. I'm going to try to draw the right thigh inward so the thighs are close together. And engage the belly, maybe press the hips forward, and then raise the left arm up. We're grounding through the left big toe. Peel the shoulders down. Options to hold here. Once again, keeping the thighs close together if you can. If you're a little bit more, you can hinge forward, putting a little bit more softness into that left knee. Still peeling the shoulder blades together. And maybe just start to reach in opposition as you come into dance. So that left arm reaches and that right foot pushes back against the right hand. Try to maintain a nice long neck. And keep that micro bending left knee. We're here for 3, 2, Number one, we're going to upright the torso, bring the hands to heart center, step the right foot down. Take a big breath in as you reach overhead. Bring the hands back to heart center as you come undone. Twice more, inhaling up, engage the belly. Exhale back to heart center. One more time, take a nice big inhale. And exhale. And just moving our weight into that right foot this time. So keep that right foot grounded. Once again, bending the left knee. If you can, reach for the inside, otherwise reaching for the top of the foot. We're going to bring the thighs together. Stand tall and bring the shoulders over the hips. That right arm reaches up. As you spread the fingers, allow your shoulders to soften. Options to stay here or put some more softness into that right knee as you hinge forward. That right arm extends, and your left foot presses back against your left hand. I'm going to anchor through the big toe. Hold for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly come up. Release the leg. Bring both hands to heart center. And just step back onto the mat. Reaching up again. And then folding all the way forward. Coming back down to your mat. Take a half lift. Folding forward. And just let your head hang, let the knees soften, release any tension in the neck or in the back of the legs. I'm going to keep the knees soft, the shoulders relaxed, the head heavy. And just slowly begin to drag your fingers out in front of you. Lengthen through the back of the legs. On the exhale, fall back in, grounding the feet. And again, inhale, extending the arms. Exhale, folding back in. Bring the feet together. Engage the belly. And start to squeeze the thighs and lower the hips. We're going to raise the belly off of the thighs, extend the hands out in front of us, spreading the fingers. Pull the shoulders back into the sockets. Tucking the belly, tuck the tail. See if you can lower the weight into your heels. And if you want to take that full expression of the chair, the arms can come overhead and the shoulders can slide down, sinking low into that imaginary chair. See if the toes can come up as you breathe in. Maybe the hips can come a little bit lower. Ground the toes, pick up the heels. Jet plane the hands back as you breathe out, pulling the shoulder blades together. And we're here for 3. Let's make believe you're gazing over the edge of a cliff. 2. And on 1, drop the heels, sink it back into that chair. Raise the arms overhead as you breathe in. And take the hands to heart center as you breathe out. Coming all the way up to standing. Take a big inhale, bring the hands together. Exhale, hands to the heart. Twice more. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale to heart center. Preparing to come back into your chair. On your next inhale, hold the breath at the top. Bring the hands together. Draw the belly in. Sink down into that imaginary chair. I'm going to bring the thumbs to the third eye this time. Lengthen through the spine. Tuck the tail. See if you can pick up the heels one more time. Holding here for 3. Soften the shoulders. 2. Keep drawing the belly in. Raise the heels. Sink a little bit lower. On 1, just release everything back down. Coming into that forward fold. Allow your feet to separate. Let the head hang. And maybe wrap your hands around opposite elbows again. Framing the ears and the shoulders. And gently swinging the upper body side to side. Let's go ahead and release the hands. Soften the knees. Take a slow roll back up to standing. Ears to the shoulders and then down into your back body. Bring the hands alongside the body. Allow the palms to face out. And slowly begin to draw the arms overhead as you breathe in. Flip the palms towards the ceiling, gaze up. Add a little back bend. And then slowly fold all the way down. Take a half lift. Then lower and fold. You're going to step back into a plank position. Spread the fingers, ground through the hands, and push back into your down dog. And then bring your right knee towards that right wrist, set it down. You can lower the back knee and see if you can angle the right foot over to the left a little bit more. Seeing if you can square our hips, so our hip points are facing towards the front of the mat. And then roll the shoulders back. Keep a nice long spine as you breathe in. And you can stay upright or travel down to the forearms. Maybe take prayer hands as you breathe out. So the options here to rest your head on the block or books if you have them. Or we can try to get closer to our mats, to the earth by bringing the chest all the way down. So your head, your forehead or your chest can be on the block or a book or on the mat. So just holding this pose if it works for you, but if it doesn't, feel free to take a reclining pigeon instead, which means you'll go down to your back, bend the knees, cross the right foot over the left knee to make a figure four. And either stay here with a more passive stretch, pushing the knee away from the body, or taking the hands around the left thigh or shin and hugging the left leg in towards you. So if you're on your belly, you want to try to soften the shoulders away from the ears. See if you can bring more of your chest towards the mat. Remember to use our inhalations to back off, create space. Use your exhalations to move into that space. Just slowly begin to come undone. If you're on your belly, you'll walk the hands under the shoulders, transition back into your down dog. If you're on your back, we'll just switch sides, switch legs, crossing the left thigh over the right. I'm going to draw that left knee in towards that left wrist. Drop the back knee. Just guide that left foot out, start to square the hips. And begin to lengthen your spine as you inhale, and then lowering down to your version of pigeon on the exhale. So maybe prayer hands. You can extend the arms out in a Y and try to draw the chest towards your mat. And options to place your forehead on a block or a book. And if you're on your stomach, try to get that right knee, the top of the right foot to point down towards your mat. Try to share some of that weight with the right side as well, so not dumping completely into the left side, into the left hip. And soften the shoulders, lengthen your neck, deepen your breath. And just gradually begin to come undone. Walking your hands back underneath the shoulders. I'm just going to go ahead and transition, shift the weight into that left side, transition into a seated position. We'll cross the feet at the ankles, cup the hands around the knees, and just begin to sit up tall, drawing the shoulders down, soften the shoulders away from my ears. Let's maybe take a moment here to close your eyes, soften the shoulders, bring the right thumb towards that right nostril, pressing your right nostril in. Take an inhale through the left. Press that left nostril in. Exhale through the right. Stay empty. Take an inhale through the right. Press that right nostril in. Exhaling left. Inhale left. Sit up tall as you breathe in. Exhale right. Inhale right, sit up even taller. Exhale left. I'm going to draw the hands back alongside the body. Inhale the arms towards the ceiling, bring the palms together. Exhale, move the hands to heart center. Let's draw the hands behind the back. Press the palms down, draw the shoulders back, and just start to raise the heart up towards the ceiling. And cupcake the fingers as you hinge forward. So again, peel the shoulders back. Try to lead with the chest. When you're ready, you can extend the hands out in front of you. Maybe cupcake the fingers, draw the shoulders back, and see if you can reach out a little bit further before bowing the head down. And slowly coming back up, so just cross the ankles in the opposite direction. Draw the hands back around the knees and start to circle anti-clockwise, shifting to your tailbone, pressing forward to the chest, flowing your movements with your breath as you inhale and exhale through the nostrils. And changing direction. And eventually coming back to stillness. We'll draw the soles of the feet together. Allow your knees to fall open. Maintain that length in the spine, sitting up tall. And bring the hands behind the back. I'm going to spread the fingers and press the palms down to lift the heart. Just allow the knees to press in the opposite direction. So as the heart lifts, the knees lower and the shoulders release downward. So pressing into your finger pads. Allow the hips to open up. Engage the belly, keep peeling the chest up. Take one more big breath in. Holding at the top. Draw the belly in. As you exhale, start to bring your knees together. Cup the hands to the back of the knees. On your next inhale, sit up tall. Soften the shoulders. And on the exhale, draw the belly in and slowly lower all the way down to your back. We'll keep the knees bent. Ground the feet and press the hands alongside the body. As you inhale, lift the hips towards the ceiling. Exhale, lower. And twice more. Inhale, pressing up. Exhale, lower. And this time holding the top. Take a big breath in and hold here. Engage the glutes, the belly. Maybe interlace the fingers if that feels good. I'm going to lower back down, widen the feet, extend the arms overhead, Just very slowly begin to windshield wiper the knees side to side. We'll stack the knees to one side, turn the gaze over to the other. Take an inhale. And on the exhale, draw the knees to the other side and turn to look the other way. Think about drawing the shoulders down. As you come back to the center, just lengthen both legs straight out. Lengthen the arms overhead. Take a nice big inhale as we stretch from top to toe. And then start to soften. Widen the feet, let them fall open. Goalpost the hands. And then extend the arms out in a T before drawing them in a little bit more. But keeping some space between your ribs and your forearms, your armpits. So palms facing the ceiling. Shoulders feel heavy. We're going to close our eyes and come back to your regular breathing. Just slowly begin to bring your awareness back into the room. Wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes. And then pausing here, engage the belly, the glutes, squeeze the fists and the toes. Take a nice big breath in. And side out. Draw the right knee in towards the chest. And roll the ankle in one direction. Rolling in the other direction. Set the right foot down. Draw the left knee in towards the chest. And both knees into the chest. Try to bring your thigh in. Turn the knees. Stir the knees the other way. As you come back to stillness, just rock from side to side. And eventually fall to one side, take a fetal position. And then with your eyes closed, just slowly bring yourselves up into a comfortable seat. Cup the hands around the knees, sit up tall, and bring the hands to heart center. I'm going to bow the head slightly. Take a nice big breath in. And sigh out. So thank you for joining me in practice. Namaste.